Hey everyone, hopefully you can hear me over my neighbor's leaf blower, but time has come to strip the green limited edition. It is going to be a parts tractor, as it has the good hood and good steering gear for my racer. As you can see, first generation steering, that's not bad. That's not bad steering at all. I was hoping to swap the dashboards, but I haven't yet taken this ignition off, but I don't think they're the same, unfortunately. Also, it has that custom key switch, and as everybody knows, I hate push button starts. I think they're retarded, and my opinion is, if you don't know how to do wiring on tractors, you shouldn't even be really working on them. So I'm going to be sticking with the stock harness on that one there. I don't mind the look about having the dash painted, because this has a fully painted dash. No decals are showing. Actually, I don't mind that look at all. So I'll most likely just pull the dashboard out of that one there, strip it, or sand it, wire wheel it, whatever, and fully repaint it. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to pull the rear panel on this. I'll do the racer one at some point. No big rush on doing that. I figured do it out in the driveway, as Emily's raking leaves. Know that crappy old Rogers truck's not here. It's my neighbor's. He works for that company, God forbid. But anyways, I'm going to start tearing the green one apart most likely first, get the linkages out, then I will set the parts off to the side, pull apart the LTX, put the shifter linkage in. I gotta swap the belt on this one. I may have to swap the brake lever. I didn't hook up the brake lever on the LTX, so I might have to monkey around, drop the transmission, and finagle it a bit to get the brake lever in there. So we'll see. I just didn't get a chance to slip it through. I should have, but I didn't. Not a big deal. Or I can just unhook it at the front as long as it's a cotter pin. But I think it's one of those. As long as it's a cotter clip, like this right here. But most likely it's a one of the fold back keys. So, but anyways, for the remainder of the body, or sorry, the frame on the limited edition here, good steering gear. So parts for the racer, steering gear, hood, and the rear fenders from the LTX are going on the racer, like I said, and the gas tank will be saved as an extra. A lot of extra parts now. Like I said, I was going to do an ugly duckling, but I rather just hold on to the parts. The parts are more valuable to me than to build an ugly duckling. The parts for these are getting harder to come by, especially these green ones. They're getting hard to find, and they're getting more expensive because they are harder to find. So I'd rather just hold on to what I have and go from there. Then I have an idea about building a bush hog out of that 44-inch deck. I've seen it done once before on a video, and the way he did it is pretty much the same way I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to do it a little bit differently, because he's actually using the stock pulley. I'm going to use the stock pulley, but the engine's not going to be up nowhere near as high. So let's me bear with it and get started. So I'll talk to him later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please remember comment. Okay, got both tractors torn down to the same state, other than that one has the hood off. I just want to take a look at a few things. And this one here, as you can see, is all torn down as well. That one there, even the frame, it's crazy how much different the condition is. This one here must have been taken care of throughout its life, and the guy I got it from said that the wiring was completely ripped out of it when he got it, so he rewired it and to the wiring that it has currently. And this one here must never been taken care of. It's clear from the dash, the fenders, which I'll show you in a second. It's just clearly this thing mechanically it was well taken care of, but the body was not well taken care of at all. Because the hydro gear was pretty good, just dirty really. You can tell that this thing sat out and the rain got down through here and sat there. It's not rusted through, it's not major that I've found. It's just rusty, and it's crazy how it's rusty. This new of a tractor should not be this rusty. I got the green fender sitting right here. I actually had to keep the bolts in there because the vinyl lining is actually holding in the mats, which isn't a big deal. So I just had to take off the fender supports, or rocker supports, whatever you want to call them, to get that off. That's the seat from the LTX. I gotta get the model number off that for the transaxle to try and sell that. But other than that, they're both to the same state pretty much. That rear cover is going on this one right here. That one there is still drivable as it is right now, but it won't be for long. I gotta take these off here so I can put new fender on, and after I get this lengthened, or after I get the front end done, this thing is going to be completely painted. So it's going to look a lot better then. It's going to look like a little bit like crap for now. It's not worth spraying anything right now because it's going to wear off because of the winter. So, but that's where I'm at for now. Here is the other fender. Even along here where the seat was sitting is even rusty. And down in here is rusty. I'm thinking about doing a complete paint change of color on the racer anyways. I still want to go Hemi orange. I love that color, the Hemi orange color. So I'm thinking about going that color on that tractor as well. This shifter cover is going back on the LTX, or whatever you really want to call it. It's not really going to be much of an LTX anymore. It's going to have the LTX hood. Some people might say, why don't I just use the green chassis? It's primarily the steering. The LTX has second generation steering. This one, the green one, has first generation. So that's basically what it comes down to, is the steering and what's available. The second generation steering, please correct me if I'm wrong, it's a lot easier to get parts for. It's a much reliable steering. It's a much better steering in general. Even though the green tractor has very little play in the steering, that's why it's going to be a parts tractor primarily. That's just my that's what I'm thinking about right now, as of right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So stay tuned. Okay, I am just about done the conversion. The gear shift is in. Shifts perfectly. There's no axle keys in it yet. That's neutral right there. The belt's on. I actually used the belt from the other parts tractor, not from that tractor. So that one there is still drivable. Nothing's really been removed other than the shifter. I'd have to put a shifting fork on it to be able to shift it, but it is actually still drivable as it sits. So I'm just about ready to put the rear fender on. I'm going to put the back pan on first, cover everything in. But also I got to tighten up the transmission. Then I'm going to pull off the tires, grease the axles, and I got to hook the brakes up. So that's really all I got left to do. Got to put the rear pan on, tighten up the transmission, the back two bolts, put the pan on, and grease the axles, and it should be good. So a lot of people think it would look funny with the green fender on here, but I don't care. Not really a big deal, because it's gonna get repainted. This will most likely go camo. I don't really know yet, and the racer's probably gonna go Hemi orange. I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna go right now, because the racer's also getting the Dixie horn, like the General Lee. So I know I had a kind of a General Lee idea in the past. I'm also thinking about, use this hood as an example, do a small rebel flag right in there, keep the vents open, and do a rebel flag on the top. Look pretty cool. And probably put a rebel flag on the front as well as the front license plate. And I actually got a replica General Lee license plate for the back already, and that would actually fit right on one of these rear pans pretty good. So here's where I'm at, just about done. It took 2 weeks to do it, so I had to find more parts. But a friend of mine on YouTube actually contacted me, who I got a bunch of parts from before, and said, oh, I had all those parts. And I had a feeling he did, but I messaged him through Facebook, never got back to me. And I'm still happy I found this parts tractor, because it had all the other parts I needed. And just in case I forgot anything, and for the price I paid for it, like I said, it was a good deal. So this one here, now that I know all the issues, it was still not a bad deal, but everything's actually working out pretty good in the end. So with this project, hopefully when I go to convert to 4-wheel drive, that will actually go fairly smooth as well. But when I do the four-wheel drive conversion, I plan on keeping the frame reasonably stock, so if something significantly does happen, I can convert it back and just have a two-wheel drive truck again. Hopefully nothing does happen, but the option is there. So I guess stay tuned. Just a quick update. I'll probably end up doing a video on this again later. I noticed these tractors actually have two different transmissions. This one here, I believe that's an MSD 206. I know you can't really tell, but this one here has a Peerless. I wish it was an 820, but it's just a Peerless 6-speed. So Peerless is better than MST, I find. So also the front steering transaxle is actually a Peerless as well. So most likely this transmission right here will be going in the truck. I was going to save it as an extra for the racer, but this transmission right here will be the extra for the racer. So that's actually, I got lucky on that one. So I got an extra transmission for the racer, and I got an extra transmission for the truck. Actually, now I got three transmissions for the truck. The one that's in it, one that's locked, and that one. And then actually I have two spares for the racer as well. The one that's in it, and I got this one right here. So I actually got three. Got this one right here, and there's one that's sitting on the workbench in my shop that needs axle seals. It's good though. It's got one short axle in it. So pretty much done with this. Working out pretty good. I'm just about ready to put the fender on, which is nice. Emily's watching a bit. Don't do that. You're peeling off my orange peel. She's swatting at my hood. She is silly. Just out here, she's drinking cream soda. I'm drinking a McDonald's coffee because it's better than Tim Hortons. And I guess that's pretty much it. Okay, I am now finished. As you can see, I'm back in my backyard. It is Halloween night, so I'm trying to get finished up because the kids are going to be coming by soon. But really, all I took off this tractor here, besides the shifter, is the front left transmission mount, which was broken on the other one. Really, that's it. This tractor still runs. You could still drive it. You have to put a some sort of a shifter on it. It does have brakes, and it does cut. So, but it's gonna be, the rest of it's gonna be stripped down since I found out it has a Peerless. I wish it was 820, but can't get that lucky. Here is the new Gear Drive LTX. Like everyone knows, I could have used the LTX fenders, but these ones here are in far better condition. This is the this is the seat off the parts mower, and it don't look horrible, but like I said, it is going to get repainted. So here it is. Gear Drive Craftsman LTX, basically, in my opinion, the way all tractors should be. Really, the conversion actually went really easy once I had all the correct parts. I wish I would have had them, like I said last time. I went for a quick ride. It did okay. There was a little bit of rub in the back. It's just one of the tensioners is rubbing a bit on the pulley. Not a big deal. The tensioners all came off of the other parts mower. So the one that the transmission came out of, and a few other things came off of it. But really, next step for this is to either wait till spring or start the four-wheel drive conversion. Stick the snow blade on this, and eventually do the transmission on the GT. This could plow. This could actually plow quite easy. I'll put the crappier tires on it, most likely those tires. Those tires will also most likely get spiked because they are cracked. I don't think they're tubed. I gotta look into that still, but they are cracked. So they'd be a perfect candidate for spiking. Now, really, if that tractor was more complete, it would actually be a good little plow tractor. Take the deck off, put set chains on. Really, all I need is a seat. And this would actually be a reasonably good plow tractor. It's a possibility. If I want to wait to do anything till next year, this could actually be a reasonably good little plow tractor for the winter. And just use it for the winter, and then strip it in the spring. Because my plow will fit these tractors. It's been modified to fit that tractor, so it will fit these tractors. We'll see. It is another option I do have, but opposed twins in the winter don't necessarily go very well. I don't think. I've used them in the winter, but they're not necessarily fun to use in the winter. But I obviously have to put a battery in, but we'll see. We'll see. It all depends on if I want to use my GT this winter or not. I'd like to, but it's just that transmission being out. And I don't know if I'll have time to replace the transmission. Going away next weekend. Won't have enough time tomorrow, so that'll be 2 more weeks down the road. And I just don't know if I'd have time to do it or not. But this is pretty much it for this video. A little bit long, but it's all done now. Hopefully this does help out some people who are planning on doing this type of swap. I did as best as I could on part by part. But yeah, that's the way I make my videos. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Not a big deal. So I'll talk to you later. Please keep redneck like always, and please try and comment.